If they're trying to cut labor already and you're making labor more expensive, then they're going to cut more
It's
labor.
because of deregulation.
No, you don't need to incentivize companies to hire more people by paying people shit wages. That's not.
Pretty
no,
much.
we're not going to appease
The productivity
these
is through the roof.
Okay,
Wages
now-
have remained stagnant since freaking 1980. If you actually look at productivity versus the minimum wage right now, it would be $21 an hour.
Now, a
Yeah,
good
but that doesn't
counterpoint.
factor in your health care benefits that your employer provides to you, which is a form of compensation.
They don't really provide much of any health care. They do it on purpose.
I'm not talking about Walmart. I'm talking about the average American.
Any corporation, period. Target, most of them do the same thing. Lowe's, Home Depot, they all
talking
do
about
the same
actual, not the job, not those. I'm talking about the jobs that you're talking about, where the productivity has gone up. They provide you. Most people get their health care through their employer, and that counts as. And that didn't used to happen back in the 80s, and now it does happen, and that's never factored into the statistics that you give as far as wages. But your health care is a form of wages if your employer provides it for you.
They
used
get out
to
of that
be-
loophole because they only have to provide health insurance if you're employed full time.
Now, okay, so
you're not employed full time, so they don't have to provide benefits.
I know. I'm talking about everybody in general, not just the people who work at Walmart. I'm talking about everybody in general in America who gets health insurance.
Okay, I want to address Sean's point right there. Okay, I want to stop and address the point and say that employers. It wasn't supposed to be that employers were supposed to cover your health care. That was supposed to be an incentive for an employee to want to work for a different company. That was set up by the companies themselves that, well, I want to attract the best employees, so we're going to offer a good health benefit to you so you can want to come and work for us. Now, that no longer works as they no longer want to attract the best employees. Well, I guess they do want to attract the best employees, but they have such a large pool now. But this is kind of...
That's what they wanted. They want
hold on.
a large pool to pick from so that they don't have to...
Of course. But getting back to my point, I want to say that this is exactly why a single-payer healthcare system is needed, so that to no longer have the burden of of offering health insurance taken up by the company. It should be a single-payer healthcare system, just like every other civilized country in the world. Essentially, every modern industrialized country in the world has some form of nationalized health insurance.
Even some third world has it. Even some third world.
Exactly, and so I mean, in that kind of context, Sean, you wouldn't have to factor that in.
Well, you're going off topic right now.
I am, yes, but I had to address that.
All I'm saying is that the average worker's wage, when you factor in the benefits that they receive, is higher than in those studies that he's talking about, where productivity goes up and your wages stay stagnant. That's not all the way true. Like, that's a part of your wage increasing, the amount of money that you're getting in your...
these charts, though? I mean, it's not like a little tiny bit off. I mean, even if you were to raise that line of including healthcare, it would still be like right across the line, whereas
not only that, but you've got
profits are going
healthcare
shooting through the roof.
But Sean is right to a certain aspect, because he's referring to companies that are like arms manufacturers, General Motors, big companies that do provide services. Their healthcare is taken as a part of their wage. And he's right on that aspect. But these people do not apply.
Going to increasing premiums, like
Yeah.
the money that General Motors was going to pay you is going to the insurance company.
But they don't pay the. But not everybody works for General Motors. The majority of America is not in the middle class. And you're actually correct on that aspect.
Not everybody works for Walmart. Like you
they're the world's largest employer.
I know, but you're talking about a chart of productivity in the nation, and that's what I'm saying, is that a lot of people get their insurance through their job. But we're off topic. My point.
That was Edward Kaiser's brainchild. But yeah.
But my original point, back to the minimum wage and back to Walmart, is for people who work at Walmart, they should unionize. Walmart can't get rid of all of their jobs. They should unionize and fight for their minimum wage, but fight for an increase in their wage. But they shouldn't. But when the government raises the minimum wage, there's a lot of unintended consequences. One of them is high youth unemployment. And because when you increase the cost of labor, people start looking for more experienced labor, and that hurts people that are younger, like me.